Kinfolk. Let me see what he's talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We about to break bread right now. Peace within, so is peace I'm giving out, my friend. How y'all feeling? Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Let's go, let's go. Glad you woke up today. Glad you woke up today. Glad you woke up today. So I can tell you it is you that you've been seeking this whole time. Within you is the gold mine. What's up with it, Pink? Good to see you, Grand Rising loved one. Grand Rising loved one. Grand Rising loved one. Glad to see you woke up today. You feel me? Glad to see you woke up today. We on chapter 2 or chapter 3, and I'm giving y'all 2 opportunities to pick. You feel me? I thought about you. I thought about you. It wasn't even the nap that took forever. The kids took over, and then shoot, I started recording. If y'all could please tap the screen, tap the screen. Let's get them likes up. Appreciate you, Kevin, for that follow. I started recording. You feel me? So that's another thing that took me a little minute. And I've been putting off, doing a lot of my recording. So it was refreshing to get that in place. If y'all don't know, we do got live goals posted. So if y'all could help with that, that would be amazing as we get into, our conversation or motivation moments. And we've been talking about being free, you feel me? As we go further into the conversation of being free, thank you to Lovely One for that follow. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's only right to learn how to navigate relationships, you feel me? Are you ready for a relationship? That's a question many of us must ask ourselves. It's like picking a flower you find beautiful. Is it love or is it just infatuation? As we grow and mature, our perspectives of relationships often change, and we find ourselves questioning our readiness for love. So how do you know if you're ready? Is a question that we must ask ourselves. You feel me? Like, how do you know if you're ready for love? Put it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to drop a comment. Let me know how y'all feeling today, or how you know you ready for love. Firstly, take some time to self-reflect on your thoughts and feelings. Consider what you seek in a relationship and how it aligns with your current mindset. Understanding your motivation and desires is essential. Are you seeking deep emotional connection, companionship, or simply someone to share experiences with? Knowing what's important to you will help you determine if you're ready to embark on a relationship journey. These are questions that, a lot of times we don't ask ourselves. We just, run across something that we find interesting and we go from there. Or someone we find interesting, and we go from there rather than questioning, what am I actually looking for this time around? You know what I'm saying? What am I actually seeking in a relationship? And these things are highly important, you feel me? Another thing to take into account is the fact that timing is crucial. Ask yourself, is this the right time in your life for a commitment? You feel me? Are you emotionally available and prepared to invest the necessary time and effort? Remember, a successful relationship requires mutual dedication and support, so it's important to be in a place where you can offer and receive that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to require some mutual effort, you know what I'm saying, on your behalf as well as the person that you seeking to be in a relationship And that's why timing is important. A lot of times we don't pay attention to where we at in life, what time it is with us. I know for me personally, I have to question a lot of times like, um, Red, are you holding yourself back at this moment in time because certain things that happened to you in a past time? As for how relationships will happen, there is no one size fits all. Love can find us unexpectedly or we can actively seek it out. It might happen through mutual friends, social events, or even online platforms. Remain open to the possibilities, but also be proactive in creating opportunities for connection. And being proactive in creating opportunities for connections just, simply can mean putting yourself out here, going places that you wouldn't normally go, but places that you know where it's inviting to certain types of people, you know what I'm saying? Certain types of beings that you're looking for, not just, don't be just too random with it, you feel me? Make sure it makes sense towards your goals. If you're seeking an artistic or a thoughtful person, you want to go to environments where it provokes those type of responses or requires those type of responses. So that could be gardening, that could be an art exhibit, things of that nature. When it comes to the question of who, it's important to remember that compatibility and shared values are crucial. Look for someone whose motivation and goals align with yours. Seek a partner who complements your strengths and supports your growth. A healthy relationship should be built on a foundation of trust, respect, and mutual understanding. Again, we get into a point of you being able to know certain things about yourself before you even jump in that water type thing. You feel me? Gotta begin to know certain things about yourself before you even put yourself in certain predicaments, um, which is highly important. Highly important. I wouldn't tell you for one moment to avoid looking into what's important to you before you just be going out here seeking somebody else to be of importance to you, because it might be a total distraction. You feel me? They might be a total distraction. Visualize what your relationship might look like. Consider the qualities you desire in a partner and the type of connection you aspire to have. However, be open to surprises and allow the relationship to unfold naturally. Sometimes what we think we want may differ from what we truly need. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it unfold naturally. Don't get so caught up in, the vision that you had that you can't see how it's gonna unfold on its own time. You know what I'm saying? In its own way. In its own way. And be grateful for what you were allowed to see happen in your relationship. Um, I know for me, the surprise of life is how things come into being. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we think it's only gonna happen one way, but if we give time and allow for these things to happen, we begin to see that life has its own unexpected way of making things happen, and things happen in multiple ways. You know what I'm saying? You can reach the same outcome through multiple passages or paths. You feel me? Like as I'm sitting here talking to y'all, I'm thinking about how it begins to ramp up the heat on this planet again at certain times of the year. But as sure as we begin to release certain things into the atmosphere, it combats that certain, that certain pattern. Because I'm looking up at all these clouds, and I know a lot of these clouds are results of certain pollutions that, been put out into the atmosphere because of the holidays. What's up with a Prince? And in turn, becoming a cover for a lot of us. You feel me? So, I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about. It'll make sense to whoever that was meant for aside from me. While financial stability and attention can play their roles, it's important not to base a relationship solely on these factors. True connections go beyond material possessions and external validation. Focus on building a meaningful bond with your partner where emotional intimacy and understanding takes precedence. Mind you, again, these are chapters that we're reading from our book that we're putting out. So you'll have different reference points. You'll have different things that you can look into, and then in turn reprogram yourself for the greatness that you're seeking. You feel me? In turn, reprogram yourself. Okay. Chemistry between two individuals is essential for a successful relationship. However, it's equally important to understand each other's motivation and to ensure they align with your long-term goals. Find a balance between your needs and those of your partner, ensuring neither of you becomes overwhelmed or neglected. You know what I'm saying? Once you seeking that balance, it's almost impossible for one of y'all to feel overwhelmed or neglected because you always seeking to make sure we balancing out the responsibility, we balancing out the relationship. Good to see you too. Maintaining good health is crucial as it directly affects the foundation of the relationship. Just as bad health can dry the roots and damage the DNA of a plant, it can also harm a relationship's vitality. Prioritize self-care and ensure you're physically and mentally well, as this will positively impact your interactions with your partner. A lot of us don't pay attention to the fact when we ain't feeling good, we take out a lot of things on the people that we care about. You know what I'm saying? We begin to, put pressure on other people because of the pressure we feeling inside, whether it's high blood pressure, you know what I'm saying? Um, Breaking out in hives because a lot of times we not feeling good inside. It starts with feeling, you feel me? And then it's further expressed in our bodies and then the way that we deal with others, you feel me? Um, Sexual intimacy is an integral part of many relationships, but it is essential to approach it with care. Engaging in sexual activities can be energetically depleting, so it is vital to be mindful of your boundaries and ensure both partners feel comfortable and respected. You know what I'm saying? So as much as you want to get some, make sure you're respecting your partner with the way that y'all are intimate and you getting some. Some people, they want to walk all over their partner and totally disrespect their partner and call that intimacy. Pay attention to these things. Like if somebody's doing that to you, making you feel subjected to them, or as they would say, slutting you out all the time, you feel me? A lot of times that's dealing with their insecurities and feeling the need to be over somebody, or if somebody wants you to continuously do that to them, it shows you, how they've been treated up until now to the point based on certain conditionings, meaning the conditions they've been in, now they conditioned to want that. Um, but you stand strong in your values of love, and if your values of love is, usually in a positive manner, you will take your opportunity to love and adorn that person. Again, allow for your relationship to bring forth surprises, meaning allow for your relationship to go from giving you what you want to what you need. You know what I'm saying? And you be what that person needs in their life versus what they want in that perspective, because a lot of times, like I said, we done been conditioned to desire certain things because of where we coming from. You feel me? And that's all we done seen up until now. So, yes. Lady C, how you doing? Lastly, be aware that that some relationships can become distractions from personal growth and self-discovery. It is important to maintain a healthy balance between your relationship and individual pursuits. Both partners should support each other's dreams and encourage personal development. In conclusion, being ready for a relationship involves self-reflection, understanding your motivations. You feel me? Self-reflections and understanding your motivation. Again, that's just a chapter about our book where we talking about how to be free. You know what I mean? Or just being free. You feel me? We're talking about how to navigate our relationships without entrapping ourselves in things that we may later look back and say, you know what, I can't believe I put myself through that. I can't believe I subjected myself to that type of environment. When truth be told, you know that you are the greatness that you've been seeking this whole time. I always got to keep repeating that because too often in life is not telling us that we are the greatness we've been seeking. So we tend to seek it outside of us, only to come to find that these people aren't what we thought they was. And given that they ain't what you thought they was, you only projecting what you think of yourself up until now onto others. So even if you think the world of them, and it felt like they let you down because they not the world that you thought they would be, or the greatness that you thought you would see from them, then guess what? It's because of the greatness that you see in yourself. You know what I'm saying? That you're applying to everybody else instead of you rising to the occasion and bringing forth that greatness for all to see, for all to be better as a result of you being here. I'm grateful for your life. I need for you to be grateful for your life and be yourself. Recognize that even in your downtime, meaning when you do things that you feel like, you know what, I said I was above that, I said I wasn't going to do that no more. Recognize you go through these things so you can understand other people who go through ups and downs. So therefore you won't think so highly of yourself that you can't be there for nobody else. See, we think so highly of ourselves that we can't be there for nobody else because we so high and mighty that we can't see where nobody else is coming from. You know what I'm saying? But when you take the time to really do some self-reflection, really do some work on yourself, it begins to get harder and harder to try to judge somebody else. Rather, you would take the time to learn from the mistakes of others, learn from what others got right. You feel me? Learn in general, you feel me, just from this whole existence. We've been sent here to have a human existence, you feel me? And for human existence, it requires a lot of feeling, you feel me? Thoughts come from the high, from the creative, you know what I'm saying, from the creator. So here it is, we've been sent here to have certain amount of feeling that we balance out with our thought, you know what I'm saying, giving us the God effect. Remember, thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic, meaning whatever we feel, we gravitate towards us. You know what I'm saying? And we have a way of balancing that out or directing the steering wheel of our feelings through our thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So even if when we sleep, you feel me, we have the directive of, being a part of our thoughts in our sleep. You feel me? Being a part of our collective thoughts in our sleep. And then we guide ourselves through our feeling while we sleep. You feel me? A certain amount of emotion can wake you up. You know what I'm saying? The extremest amount of emotion will wake you up, whether it's extremely happy or extremely sad. You know what I'm saying? Extremely mad. You feel me? These things will wake you up, so they act as like navigators in this life. I mean, in the sleep room or in the next life, because it's only a glimpse of the next life. And as we exist here today, as I'm speaking, my thoughts, you know what I'm saying, exist to navigate me through the feeling world. You know what I'm saying? The world of feeling. So extreme levels of thought process will navigate you in or out of certain things. You feel me? And I think we should wrap it up right there because that's a good exclamation point to leave off on, as well as a jewel for those who made it to the end. You know what I'm saying? For those who made it to the end of this conversation, this motivation moment, you know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to cement yourself in that moment. You feel me? Remember, allow for the surprises of life for you to get past what you want to get what you need. That being said, you know me. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. And I'm so glad we in connection. Kinfolk, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair, come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We just broke bread right now. Peace within, peace out. And I know you about to have a lovely day. Cause look how we started it out.